This video is specifically how to use Google Stitch to generate landing pages. So Stitch by Google, and I will show you the process as to how how I would approach this problem. So first things first is, for example, we want to build a front-end landing page or website for our application Presentify. So one of the first things I'll do is I'll screenshot Presentify. I'll screenshot this, and I'm gonna go to ChatGPT, and I'm gonna screenshot this. And in fact, while I go to ChatGPT, I will also go to Google here, and I'll also paste it here, that screenshot. Then I'll click on one of the videos. So I'll click on the video here. I'll screenshot this, and I'll go to ChatGPT, and I'll also go to Stitch, Google Stitch as well. And I'll go on the transcript tab, for example, screenshot this, and I'll go to ChatGPT, and I will go to Google Stitch as well, and maybe I'll screenshot this as well and zoom in a little bit. Screenshot that, go to Stitch and ChatGPT. And then what I'll do is maybe one more. I'll do the SOP here. I'll screenshot this, go to ChatGPT. You can't have too many screenshots because some of these AI applications don't accept too many screenshots. You just want really the main ones here. So one other thing is the course page here. So screenshot this. Yeah, then I'll screenshot this and paste it here as well. Okay, so Stitch with Google only allows 5, so that's fine. So I'll go back here and I'll just open up the course page again, or I'll open up, for example, this course page here. In fact, I'll open up the course page itself, so it's a little bit easier to read. And I'll screenshot this, and I'll paste it in ChatGPT. Then what I'll ask is, I'm gonna just do this. Hey, we want to develop a front-end website for our application. Specifically, what it does is it's a full stack. We want to build a front-end website for our application, which is a video hosting tool, which is similar to Loom. And what it can do is we upload a video, and once we upload the video, it auto transcribes and does a bunch of other stuff. It creates SOPs, it creates SOPs and things like that. And we want to build a website, or at least a one-pager, that explains the tool in such a way that would convince someone to purchase a subscription. I'll paste that. And then the AI will analyze the website, and it'll give something. So let's see what it does. Here, what happened was it tried to give me like HTML output, then I stopped it right away, and I'm like, don't create TypeScript, just give me a general PRD of how to approach design content. So here it's saying positioning, it's like giving me page structures, etc., feature blocks, all that. Okay, course, let's see, sharing, visual, SOP, AI generation. One thing it's missing is course. You can build courses in it. Update the PRD. Update the PRD to include the fact that we can also take a bunch of videos and turn it into a course as well. That's another feature. And then it's going to do the full PRD. Once we have the full PRD, I'm just going to copy the response. I'm going to go back to Stitch, paste it, and I'm going to do web instead. And instead of 3.03 flash, let's do here. Let's see, redesign. Let's do a redesign. No, I don't want to redesign. Let's do 3 flash. Let's do flash. And let's do web. And I think this should be fine for now. And then you can also see design systems. Let Stitch decide and enter. And what it's going to do is Stitch is going to then go take everything I gave it. So the screenshots and everything. So you can see here the screenshots, if you do spacebar and then you can move around. So you can see here it has a bunch of screens and it's using this as context and what I gave it initially, which is the here. So it's telling me here, this is a fantastic update. It's captured detailed product goals and requirements, et cetera, and it's now developing a design system. Now you can see here, it basically created a full landing page. It tried to use the same theme and color as the original application. And it's generally not too bad. Like it's decent, right? It has all these things, right? And you can see here, the design system is also here. So this is the design system. And it also has product goals and requirements and everything like that in one area as well. So that's it. I think that's the initial one that I gave, right? Now we're going to do two things. And we're going to test both out to see which one comes out better. So the first one is, I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to copy as code. And then I'm going to go to Rankify. And once I go to Rankify, I'm going to go to websites and I'm going to go to landing page generation. And you should have just a general like client here. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to go to content and I'm going to do full page, not anything there. I'm going to paste the content here. So this is the full HTML, right? Doc. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go to the design system, edit. And then you can see design MD here. I'm going to copy the design MD, go back to custom instructions. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to design tab in Rankify. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down, and what I'm going to do is I will choose some pages as inspiration. Actually, instead of that, because we already have a design page, like a design, we might just want to add some like snippets here. So maybe gradient buttons. It's something that like we can choose a couple of these styles. So that's fine. Let's do like Carol's. Let's see here. I don't know, tab-based carousel, right? Decorative element, gradient divider, connector lines, footer bottom glow, done, and maybe card components as well. So like electric glow cards and data or micro interactions. Let's go micro. So hover scale, background transitions, sliding backgrounds. You don't want to overload it, so maybe like really 3 to 5 is good enough. And what I'm going to do is we now have all this, and I'm going to generate the landing page. So while that generates, what I'm going to go do is go back here to Stitch, and I'm going to copy the landing page here, copy as code. You can copy as Figma as well, but I'm copy as code. In my local machine, I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to just type in Presentify. So here, Presentify. Okay, I'm going to open this up. Okay, now I'm going to open up VS Code here. I'm going to open up Visual Studio Code. Open a new window. I'm going to open up a new window, and I'm going to open the folder in that new folder that I just created. So I'm just going to go here to documents where I created it. So projects, personal landing pages, Presentify, open it there. And the same thing, I'm going to open up Cloud Code, and you can use ChatGPT, Codex, or Cloud Code. So this is a second way of creating these landing pages, and we can see which one is better. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the code. I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to copy the design system and paste it here. And then also I'm going to just go to the product goals, copy that, also paste it here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a skill, and the skill is downloadable. I will give you the skill. What the skill does is it just makes it so that landing pages are a lot better to use, like more quality. So I have a folder here that I have for skills, and I'm going to just download the skill. So this is called Scroll Stop Builder skill. and I'm gonna download this. Once downloaded, since I'm on Mac, I have to go to download folder, and where I downloaded it. So basically, where is it again? Scroll stop. I have to just double click it so I can unzip it. So now that it's unzipped, I'm gonna go to VS Code again, upload from computer, and then I'm just gonna open this folder, or just actually okay. So what I should actually do is basically open the actual folder. I'm just gonna copy and paste all this. So here, I'm gonna copy and paste it, go back, scripts, no, skill MD, just copy the skill MD, paste it. Now take the original HTML that I gave you at the top and make it amazing, make it fantastic, high quality, luxurious, etc., etc., with smooth animations, subtle animations, micro interactions, etc. Okay. And here I'm just gonna edit. I'm just gonna do bypass permissions, and then also let's build this in React JS TypeScript, for example, right? So we can have better animations, etc. While that's working, let's go back to Rankify and see what that turned out. I don't know if it's going to turn out well. So remember, if we go back to Stitch, the original document, the original file was like this, right? Turn videos into SOPs and course instantly. So it has something like that, right? So now in Rankify, you can open a new tab, and you can see here, this is the landing page. Scroll down. It's not too bad, I guess. Like, it's decent, right? You have a tab layout, and then you have like an interactive course map, right? And then this is the full landing page, right? Vocalize AI, like we can update the code, like I'll update the name whenever, right? But what I'm interested in is this is in full, like just a doc. This is just HTML. But what would that look like if we build it in, say, React.js, which is what I have the code do. So now the AI is asking me, for example, where's the video file? Oh yeah, I don't have the. Okay, there's a logo. Do you have? Do you want any of these? The video file. Okay, this is for scroll driven animation. Okay. For now, I'm actually gonna skip it. For now, skip the scroll driven animation. The logo, also just use SVG. Our app is called Presentify. Just use the HTML content. While AI is doing all this, what I want to do is because we're going to, for this one specifically, because it's going to be a full stack, it's not going to be just HTML. What we want to do is first create a GitHub repo. So let's go to GitHub, and I just want to see something here. Personal. Okay. So I have a naming convention. I'm going to create a new repo. I'm just going to say personal. No, in this case, I'm just going to say Presentify front end. Make sure the repo is private, and then I'm just going to create a repo, empty repo. There's nothing in there. Then I'm going to take this newly generated repo, copy it. Then I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to say, once you are done, please git init, and then push to main. For now, right now we're working on the main branch. Normally you wouldn't do this. You would work on a sub branch, but it's fine for now. This is not like a production ready, production grade application. Is fine. So, and then I'm gonna paste the Git repo, and I'm gonna click on enter. And once it finishes building the full single page HTML with Starscape, okay, service, okay. Also, we don't just want HTML. We want to build as a React.js application, a React.js front end TypeScript script, so that we have a component driven architecture. And so I don't know what it's gonna do. Let's just see let's see what it does actually. Let's just wait. So one thing I just want to point out that this version doing it in with Cloud Code takes a lot longer. You're not going to be able to do this in like 30 minutes. It might take a lot longer. But with the Rankify version, this usually you can finish within 20 minutes, right? So I already have a Rankify driven landing page. It's not too bad. It's a good starting point, honestly. You can sort of build on top of that. But I want to see, if we can do advanced. I want to see if we can do advanced version of this website, and if it's worth the time and effort to do it like that. And I've built some websites building it in, for example, Next.js, or for example, not even Next.js, just React and TypeScript, and it's a lot better because it's component driven, and you can do a lot more flexibility. But in this case, this is not too bad if you just want to share it with the client. You have a ready-made landing page with Rankify, and this is good to go. Honestly, this is pretty good, to be honest. Easily shareable, but I want to see if we can do more than that. So here you can see it built a single page HTML with StarScript. So here you can see that it built in the Explorer. It's building TypeScript here, so it's going to be React.js TypeScript. You can see the node modules here. And what's really cool with node modules is obviously you have the access to so many different types of modules and functions and things like that. You have the public directory, and then you have the source files here. And it's going through, it's installing dependencies, it's checking. So here you can see here, it's creating the component driven architecture, which we can then reuse in other parts of the website, right? And it's creating it, and then it's removing the default byte files, and then it's going to init and push to remote. Now, once that's done, then what we're going to do is we're going to host it and see how that looks like. And then we're going to, normally you would just run it in local machine and test it that way. But in this case, this is not production grade. So we don't really care if it just pushes to main and we just test it on a production, because we don't have users necessarily. Also, while this is being finished, let me show you another thing we can do is, for example, if we go back to Rankify, say we don't like this, we can regenerate the page as well. So if you look at details, and if you click on regenerate, we can just say add more scroll animations or entrance animations to make it look a little bit nicer. And then I can click on regenerate, and then it's going to take a little bit of time to regenerate, and then we'll come back to this. Let's go back here, and then here you can see here it's basically done. It's initializing and it's pushing, so it's making the first initial commit. So yes, add remote push to origin. Okay, so it's going to push to the main GitHub repo. So now that's done. Let's go back here. Let's go to the repo. If you refresh it, you'll notice that this is now completed. Now we want to go to like a hosting tool, Vercel, or there are other tools that you can use as well. I'm just going to add new project, and we'll just do Presentify front end, import it. And we don't really need any environment variables here, so this should be fine. So I'm just going to deploy it, and you just have to wait until this deploys. Now you can see Vercel is basically done. Continue to dashboard. If I open it up, and if I scroll down, like it's not that much better. I mean, I wouldn't say it's that much better. What I would say though is it's more accurate to the original design. But I think like overall, it's not too bad, But now what's really powerful is like you can improve each section. So you see how there's like better animations and things like that. So you can improve each section. So for example, let's first go to Rankify and see the side-by-side comparison of the original versus. So this is the original version, and you can see the regenerated version. And let's see if that's actually better. View documents, for example. It's slightly better actually. So you can go here, scroll down a little bit. So the animation's a little bit more crispier. Yeah, it's definitely. So in this case, I do like it. So I'm just going to merge changes. And now you actually have the new version. If you go to output, you can actually see current version is number 2. Open a new tab. And it's nice. I like it. This is nice. It's like better animations, etc., etc. And this is the full version with full stack. So it's a full stack version. And for example, say I don't like, I want to improve how this looks like maybe certain features I want to improve. I can improve, for example, I can be like, hey, I'm going to screenshot the above the fold here, and I'm going to go back to Presentify here, and I'm going to paste the screenshot. I'm going to be like, the above the fold on the right side, I don't know if that's a screenshot or that's an SVG or something, but I want that to be animated on the right side. So as we load the page, this automatically starts animating. And also some of the like, for example, where it says knowledge leak and hours wasted, I'm gonna screenshot this, by the way, paste that. So on the cards on this page, I want them to be subtly animated. And let's see here what else we can move. And the intelligent course synthesis section, I want that to be animated as well. So I want those to be animated. Enter. And I have a short code here where once it's done, what I'm going to do is just basically, I'm just going to say, when finished, push to main. And here you can see it's actually trying to see, like, now I'll update all three components with animations in parallel, and it's creating these keyframe animations, the hero as well. You can click to expand and see what it added. So it added keyframe animations, opacity, so opacity there, and now the problem section as well. Add scroll triggered fade in with stagger and subtle idle hover flow, and then problem. So now okay, so we'll just wait until this finishes. Now you can see that it just built the, so when you make any updates on like a full stack web application, you have to sort of build the files again, and once you build it, you can push it to main. Now let's go back here, let's go to Vercel, and we can go to deployments tab here in Vercel, and we can see that this is basically just push to main. If we refresh it, it's going to say it's done, right? So we know it's done. If we go back here, if we go to the top, we refresh the page, it should now update, and we should have some more subtle animations. I don't see any animations, to be honest. Yeah, no, I guess I do a little bit. Like, okay, because I think this is an image that it must have found online somewhere. I would have liked this to be an SVG. So what I could be like is highlight this, copy it. I'm gonna go be like, the above the fold on the right side. Instead of an image, why don't we create an SVG of like a screen or something, or something like that, and then it's gonna do that. So this takes a lot longer, and it's not that much better or worse than this version. In fact, this version I think actually is even better. One shot, it looks a lot better, and with Rankify you can share it, and yeah, so this is fine. But I do think that if you want to build like a full website using AI, I think this approach might actually be the better approach. The other thing is, yeah, so I think this could be the better approach for a custom built website. Okay, let me just see how this looks like. If we go back here, it should be pushed now. So that's pushed. If I refresh it at the top, and that should have updated now. And you can see here, this is a live interactive Presentify course builder or whatever, right? So that it did make an SVG, like a live interactive version. And then you can scroll down, and of course you can improve each section by section by section, right? So with that being said, we're going to close off this project, but I just want to show you the approach to how we develop. Now, if you just use Rankify, it's going to take you a lot less time. But if you want to take the longer version, then you can always, of course, do the custom code using AI such as Cloud Code, etc.